bright and early Monday morning. Well, somewhat bright and early. A little after 7 o'clock. It's a crispy 29 degrees when we got up. Everything's covered in a nice layer of frost. But headed over to warehouse. Get loaded. Hopefully the reviews are all still good and we get loaded really, really nice and quickly. Tire down, get on to Kansas, and then get my carcass home for Gobbler Day. That's our goal for the next 2 days. This is supposed to unload on Wednesday, and if everything goes right, I don't know, we might be able to make Tuesday afternoon, possibly. Oh, goodness. Okie dokie. Here's to the beginning of a great day, right? Right. And those that disagree will be made an example of. Ooh, fireworks! Anybody want some fireworks? Nope, not open yet. Left the truck stop a little bit early, but we was only a mile away. But you never know on some of these warehouses, man, on how many guys are going to show up all at the same time, and they don't open till 8 o'clock. I mean, you could have a couple trucks there, or you could have a whole pile of trucks there. So I'd rather get there a little bit early and just toss it back in the sleeping berth. Wait. But we'll see how it goes. Should go all right. I mean, they got a ton of dock doors, so that's what it looks like it's going to be again. I could be wrong, but it looks like it's going to be another dock load. Could be an outside load, but you never know. Google Satellite doesn't really show anything loading outside.
In 1,000 feet, turn right onto Commerce Street Southwest.
See how she goes, you know. See what we get. It's supposed to be some sort
Turn right onto Commerce Street Southwest, then turn left.
Is what it's supposed to be. And no tarp. But we've heard that before.
Take the next left.
Yeah, no tarp, straps, chains, and binders, she says.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto Chamber Avenue.
Yeah, looks like we were the first not hit here this morning, so that's a good sign.
Your destination is on the right.
Well, there ain't nothing on the right there, sweetheart. It's over here. Trust me on this. It's over here. I'm looking at it over here. It's the lefty left, not the righty right, lady. See, that's, you've gotten me turned around before, so you try not to use up all your good backs right away on a Monday morning, because this one's a really easy one. So it should almost put itself in the hole. You got so much room back there. So don't use up all your good backs the first back of the week. Save them for later. And we're all loaded. That wasn't bad. Load wasn't ready when we got here, so we waited, I don't know, hour and a half, 2 hours. Quite a few mahjong games later, and they hollered at us to come on in. And I don't know, took probably an hour, a little over an hour maybe, to strap that old girl down. But cannot go over the tops of these. These are breakers. They're not transformers, but they are breakers, and they run straps through those 4x4s steel pieces on the sides of them, and that's where you tie down. So I threw a bunch of cardboard edge protection up in there and winched them on down, and put me a little 4x4 up front, keep that girl from sliding forward. They ain't gonna slide, but you know how it goes. And they add the spacers in between the two, because I guess they've had problems where, I don't know, guys are jamming on brakes or whatever, and they're sliding them together. So winch them down, and they'll ride good. We got them secured, and they don't weigh much. I think she said they're about 3,000 a piece, give or take. So not a whole lot there. It'll be easy squeezy. We get her on the big road. We go down there 30-40 miles, give or take. Check our securement, and hit the big road. Click her on 68, because that's where she likes to run, and we'll put her in the wind. The old truck's lights, I'm digging them. Put me some side marker lights in there too a while back, and I like those because they're quite a bit brighter than what factory was, and I can see them in during the dusk daytime. You can see them a lot better. Sometimes I was losing that trailer back there. If I had a strap back there that was close to the end, I'd lose that trailer back there with the factory lights. But anyhow, enough babbling. Let's get to getting. Did I mention I like my little dunnage rack? Yeah, I'm sure I mentioned that. Hello. Just checking in for a little night ride. Stopped in, I don't know where the heck I'm at, Indiana, almost to Illinois. Little 1-9 here. Had to tinkle. Grabbed me a cup of coffee. We got 667 miles left. I only got 2 hours left on the old clock, so we're not gonna obviously get very much more done. So I think we'll hit the old Road Angels tonight over there in Illinois. I really like the Road Angels. Nice, quiet. Nobody messes with your stuff. And the folks in there that run the old Road Angels, guys, pretty nice. Decent to talk to. Get you some free brekkie if you want some free brekkie. I've never ate there, so I don't know how it is. It's all free will donation, because they're the Road Angels, so that's how it works. But yeah, it's nice. No wind to speak of. 52 degrees. Just listening to the old, I pay for the YouTube Premium because I watch a crap load of YouTubes. And I also get the, with that, you get the YouTube Music app. Pretty sure it comes with it. I don't think that's anything extra. But I got, there a while back, I went through and picked bands that you know, favorite bands and stuff you listened to growing up from A to Z. And then I threw that thing on shuffle earlier today, and I was like, man, there's some really good music. Just sitting there, you know, reminiscing and enjoying the ride. I'm a dork. Anyhow, what do you do? But no, it's been a good ride so far. Checked the old securement there, and everything's tight, nice and tight yet. I still would have rather used chains on those. Run chain through that 4x4 steel tube. That's the way I would have preferred to do it, but that's not what they wanted done. They wanted straps, and straps only. So, okey-dokey. At least with the chains, though, you could have got some forward and backward angle on that. You can't really do that very well with the straps without, you know, somewhere you're going to contact that steel tube. Even with the protectors in there, you still run the risk of hitting the edge of that tube and slicing the strap. But everything looks good. All my protectors are still there. Straps are still good. Ain't nothing wrong with her. Just a whipping and a riding, you know. But I got to thinking, you know, after upgrading to this truck, coming out of that DD15 Cascadia, now that one had, I think it was a 450 horse Detroit is what that was set at, 10 speed, 342 rears. Moving into this W990, I moved up to 565 Cummins, 18 speed, and 336s, and I got to thinking, it's like, man, you know what I really hate about this truck? I mean, absolutely hate about this truck. Nothing. Not a thing. Love having that extra gearing, extra horsepower, and I went from, I don't know what Detroit was, 1550 I think is what that was on the old torque, and now I got 2050, and before you know, you couldn't hardly get out of your way. But this one, she just eats. And I really like the fact you get on a little hill that, you know, it's gonna want to lug or whatever, and it was like, cool, you just flip the flipper and drop half a hole and off to the races again, you know. It's like, man, that's awful nice. Awfully nice. I would say I could even be just a little bit spoiled. Maybe it's the heated and the air-conditioned seats. That could have something to do with it, yes sir. Or I just had cloth. Eventually I upgraded to a legacy seat. That was alright, but that legacy seat, I didn't think it was even as comfortable as what the factory one was after, you know, I mean, it took a little while to get it broke in, and then once it was broke in, boy, it just didn't seem like it took very long to wear it out. And the armrests were, you know, they were all cracking, and only had that seat in there a couple of years before that happened. It was like, man, ain't got that many miles on it. But, yeah, well, what do you do? I'll stick with this one though. I like these Kenworth seats. This driver's side is going to need some cushion done. For too long, it's kind of wore out on the cushion a little bit. But maybe I got to lay off the Dunkin' Hines and the Dunkin' Donuts. You know, that could have something to do with that too. So. But I don't know nothing. Just jibber jabber. construction across Indiana. They got most of the state tore up. I tell you what, coming out of Ohio all the way to Indy, good night. That is one rough road. I was actually surprised on that last securement check that I didn't have anything that was a little bit loose, but nothing moved. I was like, man, that thing is rough. It don't matter which lane you drive in, it's rough all the way across there. But they got some of that new stuff done outside Indy. That's pretty nice. But I was like, man, I swear they've been working on that thing forever, and it doesn't seem to be moving very fast. I always thought they need to bring the Wisconsin fellers down and just let them guys do all the construction. It doesn't seem like those guys waste any time. You go through there, they got it ripped up, come back a week and a half, 2 weeks later, it's like, man, they got that paved already. Not it. There goes your discount double check. Now you're hosed. No safety bonus for you, mister. This truck I'm longer than what I was with my old truck. Overall length is longer. It definitely don't steer as tight and turn as tight. Back as tight as what my Cascadian did. So you gotta kind of plan accordingly for that. So some of them Walmarts I don't like going into anymore. But the old Road Angels, I like the Road Angels, so that's probably where we're gonna stop at. That'll still allow me to get up early enough in the morning. I gotta look and see what their hours of operation are at this place we're going to, because I think it's another warehouse type of deal. Well, manufacturing Bye.